This morning we're going to learn about greater than or equal to, in letters. And I want you to think about an alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I want you to think about it as a line from left to right. So A is going to be on the far left, and Z is going to be on the far right. So when we go through greater than or equal to letters, we want to be thinking about it as a line of letters, that alphabetic line stretched out. Okay, so let's look at our values here, and we're going to be accessing the column financial. And you'll notice that we have some values, and we have the values stocks, we have the values bonds, we have the values futures, and so it looks like we have really just 3 values. So what we want to look at is we want to look at the values that are greater than. In this case, let's look at the values that are greater than F. So we will do, let's just go ahead and access this. We're going to put our where clause in the find. I call it the where clause because if you're from the world of SQL, find in MongoDB is the equivalent of where in SQL Server or SQL. Okay, so we're going to say financial. We're going to look at this key, and we're going to pass in the greater than, and we're going to pass in greater than F. And this needs to be opened in a bracket. Okay, so we're looking at the find operator here. We're looking for where this key financial is greater than F. Okay, and as I said earlier, we want to be thinking about the alphabet as all of the letters, or sorry, characters on the alphabet from left to right to understand what this is going to return. So you will notice when I say greater than, it returns futures and it returns stocks. But we will notice that it does not return, said that wrong, bonds. Let's go ahead and say greater than G, because we know that G is after F on the alphabet, and we'll see that it returns stocks. It does not, however, return futures, so it returns 4 stock values. Okay, so let's suppose that I said greater than or equal to G. Would that change anything? Well, as it turns out, it doesn't change anything because we just get stocks. Of course, greater than or equal to would also include G, but F, of course, as we know, comes before G. And then, of course, if we look at greater than or equal to F, what would we expect that to return? And it still returns futures and it returns stocks. So you will notice that, and this is also very key too as well, when we are looking at string values, and we're specifying that in our where/find clause, we are looking here in between these quotation marks. It should also be of note that if we were to say greater than or equal to FUT, we would get everything back. Okay? If we were to say greater than or equal to, and yes, I have to stop and think of the alphabet on a TUV, TUU, we would not, right? So we can continue extending this as far as the alphabet is concerned. Notice that FUU is not going to return futures, whereas FUT does return futures. Okay? So those are some important notes when you're looking at a string. Make sure, though, when you're looking at a string, for your keys, that you are putting that in quotation marks. These are not letters.